In a shocking move, South American gold producer Newbie Resources shocks the financial world by revealing plans to acquire a staggering 24,800 bitcoins, totaling a jaw-dropping $1.7 billion. This bold pivot towards the world's leading cryptocurrency sends shockwaves through the traditional market, signaling a seismic shift in investment strategy. Stay tuned as we track the unfolding of this groundbreaking development. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's start. Starting off with, I'm bearish on my generation, and here we could see someone saying to someone, I don't know who's saying to who, but we could basically see, okay, what the fuck is wrong with Bitcoin? I'm thinking of completely swapping Bitcoin for just IBIT. BlackRock's ETF is up 10%, but Bitcoin is only 5% on the same day. You make my head hurt. I mean, these people are such idiots. That's basically what we have, and we can't fix that. Just in, South American gold and precious metals miner Newbie Resources to acquire 24,800 Bitcoin worth approximately $1.7 billion. Now, what Peter Schiff is about to say, I mean, I guess it's Peter Schiff or it's someone else, I don't know, but this guy was saying shit about the Bitcoin and saying that the gold is power. Now the gold mining companies buying Bitcoin, and that's what we have here. The next one, UK Bitcoin ETF launching next. Launch date, how demand will change with worldwide ETFs, how much they will be buying. We are going to discuss it too. So, Newbie Resources enters letters of intent to buy 24,800 Bitcoin. And you think we're topping, bro. Bitcoin 10x, miners 20x, left bare minimum, up only belief. So, there we go with this information. Newbie Resources today announced that it has entered into a letter of intent with Cyberdata to acquire 100% of the common stock of this special purpose entity to be established under the name Mindwave that will hold 24,800 Bitcoin. Newbie Resources will issue a newly authorized preferred class of Series C stock in exchange for 24,800 Bitcoins at a discounted rate relative to current market prices. Newbie Resources will acquire 100% of the capital stock of Mindwave, a special purpose entity in Mauritius, which will hold digital assets including 24,800 Bitcoins and other assets. So there are also other assets, as these assets will serve as collateral to raise capital for investment in high-yield generating projects. The acquisition marks a significant strategic milestone for the company and represents over $1 billion in digital assets. The company and the team have been working diligently over the last several months to finalize all the agreements and due diligence necessary to proceed to a legally binding letter of intent, stated Pranjali Moore, CEO of Newbie Resources. With the current market rally and the financial market's recognition of Bitcoin as the gold standard and the future of digital transactions, this transaction brings Newbie Resources assets with a value exceeding $1 billion. Next up, we go for Dear Zoomers generation, Bitcoin is still really cheap, ridiculously cheap, absurdly cheap. Don't fall victim to unit bias. Don't sleep on generational opportunity because you thought 1 billion Harry Potter Obama's Sonic Inu tokens was a better bet. Also, just in, the London Stock Exchange will allow Bitcoin Exchange Traded Notes ETNs starting on May 28th. And I feel like it's only the start, as ETFs are about to start going on around the summer in Europe, and that will be really great. 50,000 Bitcoin offer for a 2-bedroom New York apartment turned down. Now it is worth $3.5 billion. It was turned down, and now we are seeing that it was a mistake for them, and not a mistake for a person who actually got declined. How to think about the Bitcoin bull market and the halving? We are not yet in a bull market. How do I know? Because bull markets in Bitcoin are a mass psychological phenomena. They are the periodic large-scale repricing of an exponential asset as it enters a new psychological range in the human mind, which imputes value within a linear space. The idea that something might be worth 2x or 0.5x what it is currently valued is intuitive. The idea that something might be 10x or 100x more valuable is not. It requires a step change in perception, and it happens when the market overcomes mass psychological resistance. So what causes this? Well, the halving obviously, but it's more than just the halving. From the very inception of Bitcoin, there were broadly two groups of adopters, true believers and open-minded skeptics. There is obviously somewhat of a continuum between these groups, but it is not clinical. The true believers' coins are psychologically separable and remain highly illiquid across 5+ years. Very few of them move, even in bull markets. Think Sailor, think Muxkizer, think Satoshi. Lost coins fall into the group for all intents and purposes, and the sheer volume millions of lost coins during Bitcoin's early history account for the rapid rise in value in its early years. And additionally, the relative proportion of coins held by true believers types was quite high because you had to be a relatively niche person ideologically to have even heard of Bitcoin in, say, 2012. People in this group are hodling forever. They may sell a bit during the bull market in order to buy things, guns perhaps, as Citadel in El Salvador, but they are not diversifying or rotating their profits into crypto or other fiat investments. This is contrasted with the Bitcoin. They are actually traded within the broader crypto ecosystem, which are primarily held by cycle timing, traders and others degenerates, in which remain relatively liquid within and particularly between cycles, and I think we have seen diminishing returns on Bitcoin over the past 2 cycles, largely because the Coinbase-led crypto casino shitcoins industrial complex expanded as the relative volume of coins held by this demographic. Another way of this to think of this is that everyone pays the market price for their Bitcoin, but there is one group who assigns it much higher value and in terms of where they might be willing to sell. Like all the markets, there will be a psychological equilibrium that develops between these groups during the cycle. Newly mined coins are for all intents and purposes sold into the market every day. As we've established, miners are demand side, not supply side, and because Bitcoin, in the revenue from which they must pay costs, is in a competitive and volatile market, these coins are highly liquid, with some steady state of coins flowing from weak trader to stronger true believer, hence but being replenished by newly mined Bitcoin. This is where the halving comes in. When the flow into the pool of highly liquid Bitcoin halves, this accelerates the rate of which the pool of highly liquid coins drains into the pool of highly liquid coins and massively alters the market equilibrium. It acts like a price-insensitive buyer coming in and buying half of the replenishing flow into that pool. That pool is the liquid pool, is what determines the price as prices, inherently liquidity weighted. At some point past halving, that pool drains to the point of forcing a mass psychological upward dislocation from an established linear range closer to the value assigned to Bitcoin by the true believers, which is upward to infinity on an exponential trajectory. So that's kind of all the information we got on the Bitcoin today, and if you are interested in more, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.